In this video, let us discuss about pregnancy and embryonic development. Pregnancy is the duration between conception and childbirth. Pregnancy is the duration between conception or conceiving and childbirth. It can also be called as gestation period. In humans, pregnancy or gestation period is approximately 9 months and 7 days. That means around 277 days. In the last video, we have discussed about implantation. That means the process of attachment of blastocyst to the endometrium of the uterus. The outer layer of cells present in the blastocyst is called as trophoblast. Outer layer of the blastocyst is called trophoblast. After implantation, the cells of the trophoblast differentiate into an inner layer and an outer layer. The cells of the trophoblast after implantation differentiate into an inner layer and an outer layer. The outer layer is called as chorion. The outer layer is called as chorion. And this chorion forms the chorionic villi. Chorion forms the chorionic villi. These chorionic villi are finger-like projections that grow into the endometrium. Chorionic villi are the finger-like projections which are formed when the outer layer of the trophoblast get rooted in the endometrium. These chorionic villi are surrounded by uterine tissue and maternal blood. Chorionic villi are surrounded by the uterine tissue and maternal blood. Maternal blood means mother's blood. The chorionic villi and the uterine tissue together form an organic connection between mother and growing fetus or growing embryo. Chorionic villi and the uterine tissue together forms an organic connection between the mother and the growing or developing fetus. This organic connection or structural and functional unit between the mother and the developing embryo for the exchange of physiological materials between mother and growing fetus is called placenta. Placenta is an organic connection present between mother and the growing fetus, which is essential or helpful for the exchange of physiological materials. And this organic connection is formed by the chorionic villi and the uterine tissue. Placenta is connected to the growing embryo. Placenta is connected to the growing or developing embryo through an umbilical cord. Through an umbilical cord, this placenta is connected with the growing fetus. Umbilical cord helps in the transport of substances to and from the embryo. Umbilical cord is helpful in the transport of substances from maternal blood to growing fetus and also from the growing fetus to maternal blood. Now let us discuss about the functions of placenta. Placenta provides nutrients and oxygen to the developing embryo. Placenta, this is the placenta. The placenta provides nutrients and oxygen to the developing embryo from the maternal blood or from the mother's body. Placenta removes carbon dioxide and excretory materials or waste materials produced by the developing embryo. Placenta provides oxygen and nutrients to the developing embryo, and it removes carbon dioxide and the waste materials from the developing embryo. Placenta act as a barrier. Placenta also act as a barrier which prevents the entry of some of the bacteria. Placenta act as a barrier which prevents the entry of certain bacteria. Placenta also act as an endocrine tissue. That means placenta secretes some hormones. Endocrine tissue secretes hormones. The several hormones secreted by the placenta are human chorionic gonadotrophin or HCG, human chorionic gonadotrophin, human placental lactogen or HPL, estrogens, progestogens or progesterone, etc. The hormones secreted by the human placenta are human chorionic gonadotrophin or HCG, human placental lactogen or HPL, estrogens, progestogens or progesterone, etc. These hormones are essential for the maintenance of pregnancy. These hormones are essential for the maintenance of pregnancy. A hormone called relaxin is also secreted by the ovary at the later stage of pregnancy. A hormone called relaxin is secreted by the ovary, not by the uterus, at the later stage, means at the end of the pregnancy. The hormones like HCG, HPL and relaxin are produced in women only during pregnancy. The hormones which are produced only during pregnancy are HCG, human chorionic gonadotrophin, human placental lactogen and relaxin. During pregnancy, the levels of other hormones like estrogen, progestogens, cortisol, prolactin, thyroxine, etc. are increased several folds in the maternal blood. We can observe the increased level of estrogen, progestogens, cortisol, prolactin, thyroxine, etc. only during pregnancy. Increased level of these hormones is essential for supporting the fetal growth, metabolic changes in the mother and maintenance of pregnancy. Increased level of estrogen, progestogens, cortisol, prolactin, thyroxine, etc. is essential for supporting the fetal growth, metabolic changes in the mother during pregnancy and for the maintenance of pregnancy. Immediately after implantation, the inner cell mass or embryo, which is present in the blastocyst inner cell mass, we have discussed in the last video. That inner cell mass differentiates into an outer layer called ectoderm, middle layer called mesoderm, and inner layer called endoderm. The stem cells present in the inner cell mass have the potency to give rise to all the tissues and organs. The stem cells present in the inner cell mass or embryo have the potency or capacity to give rise to all different kinds of tissues and organs. Because of the presence of these stem cells only, the inner cell mass differentiates into outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm, and inner endoderm. Later, this ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm give rise to different types of tissues and organs. This is about pregnancy. See, in this diagram, you can observe the human fetus present within the uterus. This is the growing fetus or embryo. This is the uterus. See, this is the, here yolk sac is present. Yolk sac is the source of nourishment for the developing fetus in early pregnancy. See, yolk sac, then this is the cavity of the uterus. Cavity of the uterus. See, this is the umbilical cord with vessels. And this one is placental villi or chorionic villi. And at the end here you can observe the plug of mucus in the cervix. Plug of mucus in the cervix. This is about pregnancy. Now let us discuss about embryonic development. In human beings, after 1 month of pregnancy, embryo's heart, most of the body organs are formed. In human beings, after 1 month of pregnancy, we can observe the embryo's heart and most of the body organs. The first sign of growing fetus is heartbeat sound. We can hear the heartbeat sound by the help of stethoscope. And the head is defined with the rudimentary eyes and ears, and embryo has tiny bumps which represents arms and legs. By the end of 2nd month of pregnancy, the fetus develops limbs and digits. The embryo is close to human look, and now it is referred to as fetus. This embryo at the end of 2nd month of pregnancy is close to human look, and now it is referred to as fetus. By the end of 3rd month of pregnancy or by the end of 1st trimester, most of the major organ systems are formed. Limbs and external genital organs are well developed. Limbs and external genital organs. External genital organs means, suppose if it is a girl baby, then one can observe the developed vagina. If it is a boy baby, then one can observe the penis. Means sex of the baby can be determined by seeing the external genitalia at this stage. During the 5th month of pregnancy, the first movement of the fetus can be observed, and appearance of hair on the face, on the head, appearance of the hair on the head can be observed at the 5th month of pregnancy. By the end of 6th month or by the end of 2nd trimester, the body is covered with fine hairs. Eyelids separate and eyelashes are formed. By the end of 9 months of pregnancy or 3rd trimester, the fetus is fully developed and is ready for its delivery. This is about pregnancy and embryonic development. Thank you.